Hello and welcome to another update video about the Sandbox. Sandbox is still in this box here. We talked about that in the last video. So we had the scenario here on the chart based on the Elliott wave method that we did here our first 5-wave move after hitting the low, after hitting that blue target area that was reached. Yeah, we started our first impulse up. We then had a 3-wave move down, correction. Could we now already be on our way into the next target area? Yeah, which would be between 630 and 720. This would only happen if we can manage to build here momentum again and start a first impulse to the upside, or a second, because this would be a wave 1, this is a wave 2, which has come down perfectly to the 88.7% fib level. Yeah, from here now it needs to do the rocket start, because this would be a wave 3. The problem is that the structure doesn't at all support it. Look at what the price is doing. It's not good. Making here, I mean, that low was fine, but then okay, 3 waves, A, B, C, not good. And what we're doing here is also looking very corrective. It is not overall any sign of an impulse to the upside. Therefore, I'm actually quite skeptical if we are going up there. Because as I said before, theoretically you can come down to that previous low, to the beginning of that wave at 255, 256, but ideally you want to hold at least this 88.7% Fibonacci level. Yeah, and this is actually at 281. Now we are currently back above it, but we've dropped below it once and twice. This is not good. It does not really speak for the strength of that potential uptrend. You can see this is the 88.7% fib level, actually at 283. As I said, no, we're currently actually below that. So we're currently below that, below that. And yeah, it's not very convincing. And the next support would be at 257. Yeah. This is as low as you can go in this scenario. If we drop below 257, this uptrending scenario is done. That's over then. Then you are with a very high likelihood going to go down to 230. This is here the 78.6% fib level of that overall, of that higher level wave count. Yeah, that would be within this blue target area, and that would then indicate that we, of course, haven't seen the low yet, because this would then be a lower low. And if you lose that 230 level, we can come down to $1.50. It's the 88.7% fib level of that higher wave count. And in my view, this will only happen if Bitcoin really does its move below 29K, which is what I actually expect. So this scenario isn't dead yet, but since my last video, not much has happened. We talked about this as a possibility, but only if you start to see a move to the upside. And I think I said in the last video that we want to see at least this descending trend line broken here, and the 200-day moving average, which is currently coming up here at $3.10. That's the 200-day moving average. This is the 50-day moving average here at 356. I think what we are going to see here is actually a death cross coming, which means that the shorter term moving average is crossing below the longer term. So the 50-day is crossing below the 200-day moving average, which means this is actually still everything in a downtrend. Yeah, so I am still a bit skeptical here. I still have my long trade open that I actually did open at $3. I think it was $3.05. But I told you when I did open that, I told you in the video, it was all looking good. But that I don't use a stop loss intentionally, because if it drops lower, I will just hold it out, hold it through. It will then move into my longer term portfolio, and I don't have a problem with it, because I have an intention to hold this position until we at least reach here this area of the next wave to the upside, which would be here at around, as I said, 630 to 720, because this would be of this first potential wave after the overall correction. This is between the 1.618 extension and the 200% extension, which is typically a target for a wave 3. Yeah, and that is so far here my view on the Sandbox. The indicators are pretty much moving sideways. All of them would support a move to the upside. I mean, we're on the 4-hour chart here. We're not overbought at all. We're pretty much a little bit in the bearish range, actually. The RSI below 50, the MACD also just increasing negative momentum again. the stochastic RSI slowly starting to move up. That is a little bit bullish, but everything else not looking too bullish. What is good to see is that the daily MACD is printing here a bullish crossover. So this could be regarded as a buy signal, but the daily RSI not really moving a lot. So the momentum is just missing at the moment. However, if Sandbox starts to kick off, which it has done before, then I think this level up here is realistic. So still waiting for it. I think it could get momentum if it breaks above this descending trend line here. That's just my quick update here on the Sandbox. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment as well. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.